When I joined Stevie, that's when I found out that poetry plus music equals song,
Hmm.
and I started writing.
And so when you joined Stevie, was it for a tour, or was it for the recording of one of those albums? Probably Talking Book, I would guess.
No, when I joined Stevie, he was touring. And so I was so excited because they said, oh, the next concert, my first concert, it's going to be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I'm like, I'm on my way to Philly. Oh my God, I'm on my way to Philly. I just heard about Philly. I'm on my way. We were outside of Philly in this little town called King of Prussia. And we did this a whole concert thing, and it was really great. But I started with him and he started touring. And about 3 months into that tour, we ended up as the opening act for the Rolling Stones. And so I was on the road with him with the
Yeah.
Rolling Stones.
I want to ask you a little about that because that was a very famous tour, that tour of the United States, and it was documented. There was a movie that never came out called Cocksucker
Oh,
Blues.
oh,
You know
really?
about that?
No, I didn't know that
Yeah,
they produced a movie on it.
yeah. So at the time during that tour, there was a documentarian who was there filming a lot of the backstage and the concerts,
Uh-huh.
and they put together an edit, and it's been, people have seen it. I've not seen it, but it's around. And the Rolling Stones blocked it from being released because they felt it was too debaucherous. Because that tour,
Mhm.
the backstage stuff showed a lot of debauchery. Don't want to ask about.
Yeah.
But what was also in the film, which was incredible from what I've heard, and I hope to one day see it, is at the end of the concert, Stevie would jam with the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Do so. I want to ask you a little about about that tour and things you remember, and did you were you on some of those jams with the Stones, and what was that experience like?
After we came had our part, the band and everything, we didn't sit in on the jam sessions with Stevie and the Stones. We knew that they were going on, but especially the background singers, I don't think any of us, sat in with that. And as far as the debauchery, there was a whole lot of that going on. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the Rolling Stones helped me pick up my prayer life because I was out there praying, help me, Lord. You see what they doing over in that corner? Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. I mean, it was amazing to see them have their own doctor out there in case somebody needed medical treatment. I remember one night after a concert in Chicago, we went out to get on the bus, and the police were there trying to disband, all the fans that were out there, and they were throwing tear gas, and we got caught in the tear gas. And I thought I got on the bus for our group. I ended up at the what was it? The Playboy Mansion at some party, and I was praying, Lord, if you get me out of here, I ain't never coming up in here again. Please, please, Lord. Please, Lord, I don't belong up in here. And I remember being in a room, and the room was totally black. I don't know how it got there. And all it had was a fireman's pole in the middle of the room. And I was calling down and I was saying, can somebody help me? I'm stuck in this room. I don't know how I got here. Can somebody help me? And somebody said, go down the pole, go down the pole. I was like, no, I'm not going to go down the pole. So eventually went down the pole like out the room. I said, Lord, if you get me out here, I'm never coming to the Playboy Mansion again. Good missionary chick, good Christian girls don't belong in the Playboy Mansion. I don't know how I got here, but I'm telling you, there were nights with the Rolling Stone, but it was just incredible. I think the thing that I was impressed with the most is how much people loved them,
Mm,
loved the music. I mean, they were into the music, they would hit the stage. And even with Stevie, I mean, because now they were being introduced to him, the world was being,
right.
and it was one of the most incredible moments in my career was to be out there with them.
Incredible. And how did the audience react to Stevie?
Oh, they loved it.
Yeah,
Loved him. I mean, it was after that that his career took off.
yeah,
Next thing we know, he's getting 7 Grammys,
yeah, yeah. That's
for
some of the best records ever made is what he
oh
ran.
yeah. And it started, certainly the Rolling Stones played a huge part in that.